Hello everyone and welcome back to Age of Nagash, which is of course a channel dedicated to Age of Sigmar, and it's been a very long time since I made a video, and I think probably the longest since I actually started doing YouTube. So I've made a video since the 18th of November, and there's some reasons behind that, and this video is going to be a bit of a channel update for you guys, and I'll be telling you the reasons and stuff. Essentially, one of the main ones is that I've just been quite a bit ill over the last month or two, not like really poorly, but just a virus or something, just buggered in my throat really, so I wasn't able to do much recording, and just essentially been very busy with life. So apologies about that, but we'll get into that at the sort of like the second part of this video, because the first part is going to be the winner announced for the giveaway I did for the 7,000 subscribers, which was to win a I say limited edition, but mainly just because it's from a Dominion box set, and they're not really limited. They're kind of there's a mass surplus of those by the looks of things. But anyway, it's a core rulebook from one of those, and the winner of that giveaway is going to be to Aidan Bloomer. So Aidan, this is going to be yours, and it'll be coming to you in the post. I'll try and post it this week and hopefully get to you before Christmas. So thank you so much for entering the giveaway, Aidan, and also a massive shout out to everyone else who entered the giveaway. Again, there's only one prize, so apologies if you didn't win, but not really anything I can do about that. It's randomly selected. But thank you everyone who did put a comment on, because I do want to say that those comments were really nice, and because I was quite busy, I haven't been able to like read through them, reply to them very quickly. Quite a lot of the comments I replied to, I think like it says a month later, so apologies about the delay there. But generally some really nice stuff said, and generally just makes me happy to hear that you guys have been enjoying my content. Some of you people who are commenting have been following me since I started, which is really quite nice to hear. And then a lot of you people are quite new, and it turns out a lot of people like Nighthorn and FEC, Flesh Eater Courts. A lot of you people got onto my channel via those, which is quite interesting to hear, and I learn a lot from that sort of stuff. So thank you so much. And also a special thank you to people who specifically told me that they already had the book. So then it means that I'm not just sending it out to someone else who's probably just going to sell it for, I don't know what, 10, 20 quid or something. So thank you very much for letting me know that and your honesty there. And here we are going on to the next 1,000. So hopefully I get to 8,000 at some point in the not too distant future. Then at some point, I suspect more in the distant future, get to that 10,000 mark would be absolutely fantastic. So thank you to everyone there. And if you didn't win, enter the next giveaway I do, whenever that is, and hopefully you'll win that one. So the second part of this video, what I want to do is I'm basically going to be doing a bit of an update on the channel and where I want it to go forward. I know kind of the whole thing with YouTube and stuff, you always see these channel updates at the start of the new year, but because this is the first video I've done for a long time, since the 18th of November, I thought it'd be quite a good time to say where I feel like the channel is going to be going forward. And essentially, so like I said, the last month or two been poorly with like a virus thing, not serious, but just something stopped me recording basically, so that's why I wasn't able to do that. And then life's been very busy, work essentially, and everything else. And going forward with that, this is where it ties into it, is I'm going to have to change the channel up a bit. And this is where I'm being quite honest in this video. And essentially the sort of content I have been making for you guys for the last 3 years, and mainly kind of probably the last year and a half, I would say, because obviously I started off making death content. That's what the channel probably focused on, and then by the time I covered all the death content, that's when I moved on to other armies. And now I've got at least 2 videos of every army in Age of Sigmar, I believe. It should be like a wide player tribute video for them, and then some armies obviously got more videos contributed to them. But going forward, because essentially I haven't been able to play many games of Age of Sigmar in 3rd edition, like in face-to-face gaming. I've played, I think, 2 games, or maybe 2 small games, and then a 2,000 point game since 3rd edition. So the problem which that makes is essentially it's hard for me to gain a lot of experience of 3rd edition Age of Sigmar and where the game is at now, to be able to make a real sort of informative, honest, and not talking out of my arse video to you guys when it comes to certain armies. So what I'm trying to say is, going forward, I am going to still be making tactic videos, long in-depth videos, everything like that. I still keep wide plays and everything stuff, but it's going to be for armies that I play personally, and not just every army there is out there. And I know that might be a bit annoying if you hear that, because I've been trying to make it for every armies out there. But essentially, if I said to you guys, what wide play video would you like for one of the Luminef sub-allegiances? And then you guys, I mean, I don't even know what they all are, to be honest with you, but you guys picked one, and then I did a why play video on that sub-allegiance. Like I say, I'll be lying to you guys. I don't know why you should play that sub-allegiance. I haven't even fought against it. I don't even play it myself. And yes, I can do research online and stuff about it, but that would just be me taking the words and the advice of other people and giving it to yourselves, which means it wouldn't be coming from me and means it wouldn't be my opinion. And I honestly don't see the point in doing that. You might as well watch those people's videos yourselves. So that's essentially where I'm coming from. And because of the very unsocial hours I work, and with my sort of like the pool of gamers I play against, there's not a big pool. What it means is that our times where we can play don't align a lot, and when they do, it's not for a very long time. So that means that's why I'm playing more games like Warhammer Underworlds now, Warcry, etc. Because when we do get to play, those are the sort of games we're playing. Not Age of Sigmar. I love Age of Sigmar; it's still my favourite game, but I just haven't. Life's getting in the way essentially, and you've got to let life do that, because obviously, as much as I do like Warhammer, life is more important in those terms. I do like to put food on my table because I have got a very big appetite. But the other thing I do want to say on that as well is that I did do quite a lot of like mentions of like a Warcry campaign. I do really want to do it, and I'm really annoyed because I mentioned it quite a few times, but it's quite hard to get games in. Like I'm sort of looking at like, if I get a game a month at the moment, that's a good month sort of thing. So I don't think I'd be able to keep that up. I say keep it, I haven't even really started yet. So that's annoying, because I did a few mentions of doing that. So, and that's not out of me basically being lazy and can't be bothered. It's essentially it doesn't it just doesn't line up. And the way I thought about doing it, because in that campaign it was going to be like, at the battle report it's going to be done, it'd be like photos with like nice backgrounds and everything, sort of like story based, rather than like a video. And the thing is it did come across my mind that I could just have a game against myself with pictures and then edit the video and then make it look like I was playing against someone else, because that's how the battle plan would be laid out. So you wouldn't even know if I was playing against myself or someone else. But I don't really want to do that. I think that's a bit pointless. So that's probably not going to happen, if I'm honest, not at this moment in time. And when I did my giveaway video and I asked people suggestions, a lot of people did say in the comments of that video, and they've also said in the comments of a lot of videos, and have said to me that they would like to see more battle reports on the channel. Because when I say more, I mean more is a very strong word, because I probably have about 5 in total at most. And I'd love to do battle reports, but just for the reasons I've just stated over the last probably like 4 minutes, I can't really do that, unfortunately. So then that leads on to the next thing I was going to say, and that's when I've been a bit poorly over the last few weeks. I haven't been making these videos. I've still been listening to what you guys have been saying, and that's why I did a poll, which you can see on the screen now. That's what's been on the screen for the last how long this video's been going on for so far. And in the poll, I asked you guys, what sort of war gamers are you? And the reason why I said that is because my sort of, when life's been more busy and stuff for me, and just not being able to play many games and stuff, my priorities around wargaming has changed for my own personal hobby, and that is I'm doing a lot more on the hobby side of things rather than the actual gaming side. And when I do get to play, it's just for fun. I'm not playing competitive games, anything like that. And because of that, it's not that I'm concerned, but I need to take note of it, because obviously the content I make for you guys, as I've been sprinkling throughout this video, is that I tell you my experience and my thoughts on things. But if I am not playing the same types of games that you're playing, then my thoughts and my opinions may be not of use to you, essentially. So then that's why I wanted to know what sort of war gamers you are, essentially. And I was quite surprised. But what I would say as well is that I have got, over 7,000 subscribers, and the votes in the polls is only 488, which is fantastic. Loads of people have voted, which is great. But if I'm saying that this represents everyone who watches my stuff, obviously the numbers say otherwise. But what I would say, if people are engaging and voting on polls that I'm doing, those are probably my more sort of consistent viewers. And if you did vote on the poll and everything else, then you will know. And so I'm looking at this as quite a strong core indicator of the well, the core of the people who watch my stuff, my viewers, etc. And I was quite surprised because what I've sort of been thinking, basically the way I look at the channel is I take people who are new to Age of Sigmar and then try and bring them to sort of like a, sort of like semi-competitive level. I'm not trying to turn people into winning tournaments or anything. I've never won a tournament myself, but I'm trying to take people from new to be able to go to their first tournaments, etc. So I thought there would be more people playing and going to tournaments and everything else. And I understand COVID has stopped that. But with that aside, so we've got 5% of people who regularly go to tournaments, and then we've got 16% of people who play competitive, match play, but they do it only with their friends. And then we've got 11% of people who are like narrative players, and they like to come up with stories and everything like events and stuff for their games. And then we've got 24% of people who play more for fun. They just want to take models that they like the look of. And then a whopping 44% of people are mainly just builders and painters. And what I will say, and there was a lot of comments on that post, which is fantastic because it gave me more of an insight, is what that showed to me is that a lot of you people, some of you were the builders and painters, for example, the almost 50% of you, you would like to play more games, but you just, for reasons that, similar to what I sort of said in this video, haven't been able to. And so what I was happy to see when I saw this post, on this poll, and the votes and the results of it, is that quite a lot of you, majority of you, are sort of in the same position as me. Because if I look at myself, like I say, I'm not really playing many competitive match play games at any tournaments or with my friends either. People who are 21% of people who have voted on this, and then people who are playing more my sort of style are, 68, 79%, I believe that is, if I did the maths right, of people who are playing more like how I am, or a hobby how I am. And if you're one of those people who are playing match play and competitive stuff, I don't mean anything about you, that's fantastic. I love to do that, and I really did. And if I could get loads of games in, I'd probably play those games as well, and I'd have a nice mixture. But because I can't, I have to choose what I can. And like I say, going forward, now that I know my audience mainly sort of from what I've seen in this post, how sort of mirror what I'm doing as well in the hobby, it makes me feel more confident with the changes I can do to the channel. Obviously, you guys, in this video, when it goes up, I'll try and get this one up tonight, in probably about a couple of hours from where it's being recorded right now. You guys can let me know if you think differently and everything else in the comments, and you go, no, I want to still see loads of tactical videos and everything else. But like I say, I will still continue it for armies I play. If you're enjoying the sort of like Grave Lord series at the moment, don't you worry, that will continue. There's also it's an army that I play, and things like it means I can more focus on those armies as well. Because if you wanted to know the most tactical, in-depth advice on Fire Slayers, I don't have a clue, and I don't want to lie to you guys. Essentially, I'm always honest on this channel, and I'm certainly going to keep it that way, rather than just trying to make content that I think will be good for views, right? Essentially, because quite a lot of those videos are, and that's also like as an example, like I did a poll ages ago, which was what would you like from next How to Start Collecting video, and it the winner was Skaven, and I feel bad because I haven't made that video, but at the end of the day, guys, I haven't got a clue which is the best way to start collecting now. Like a few months ago, I would have had a better idea, but now the changes for 3rd edition stuff just, I would be giving you the wrong advice, and then that could make you go out and make the wrong purchase. And the sort of advice I could give you, the basic stuff on how to start collecting Skaven as the example, you could probably find that out yourselves just as quickly as I could. So there will probably be another video out there that would help you guys with that. As already mentioned, fantastic friends of the channels that do very good stuff, like the Airways Coach, Sinful Gaming is very good for start collecting videos these days. So if you are missing those ones, because I'm making them, go check his out, and plenty of other channels as well making fantastic stuff. But for my channel, anyway, going back to that, and I do apologise, this video is a big ramble on and stuff. That's what it is. It's an update. This is all basically one recording. So Where I'm taking the channel forward is going to be mimicking the stuff that I'm doing in my hobby. So that means I'm going to try and give painting videos a go. Because also, as well as people asking me for, I'd love to see more battle reports and stuff. I had a lot of people asking me about hobby sort of side of things and painting videos. And that was good because that's kind of what I was thinking before I, thought about making this video. It's like, I do want to sort of do more sort of hobby stuff. That's what I'm doing. So I'm happy to see people ask me that. So things like... the painting sort of videos I would do would be, bear in mind, as long as the cameras and stuff work and it all works itself. The content of those videos will be things like how to paint battle ready and stuff. It won't be really in-depth painting videos of how to get a perfect, display golden demon sort of model. I'm not capable of painting those myself. But it will be how to paint up something quickly. And I know because I do quite a lot of colour schemes for the amount of different armies I've got. And I know a lot of people have asked me in the past, ever since I put them up online, really, my white armoured Slaves of Darkness models and stuff, like the white and purple colour scheme and stuff. And although that takes forever, I could probably come up with like a quicker way of doing it that looks nearly as good. Things like Fleshy Courts, Nighthorn, Soulblight Gravelords, everything. And with that sort of, with that series... it wouldn't just have to be armies that I do, because I wouldn't really mind doing painting up, I don't know, like how to paint up Disciples of Zeech Zangors and stuff, just to make it a bit more random and to have a lot of variety, and it can cover lots of different armies. I wouldn't really mind doing that, as I am getting into more of Warcry, so these models that I am buying to do like these painting videos, I could use in a Warcry warband, so I can find a use to do that as well. So that's kind of one of the things that I want to do and want to go forward. With that as well is that I am going to be trying to, as long as time's allow, and I am definitely going to try and do this, going to be doing the New Year, New Army stuff. So the whole sort of thing Games Workshop promotion is like, it's a new year, do a new army. And it's kind of, that's very exciting time doing a year. Yeah, they just want more money. But it could be good for the channel. So I'm going to be doing that with 2 armies. So I won't say what those armies are. I'll say it closer to the new year because it'll be a bit nicer. A little surprise for anyone who's interested. But what those armies are, essentially one of them is going to be a 40k army because I think that's a bit interesting, make it a bit different, and it's my army at the end of the day. And be quite nice to have some, not like different content and going, it's going to be start doing 40k, loads of 40k stuff in the channel. I won't be, but it's just, an interesting... option, and content and stuff, really. And then the second army is obviously going to be an Age of Sigmar army. And the armies that I don't previously do, so they are new armies. So that'll be quite fun and nice, hopefully. And the idea behind those videos is going to be New Year, New Army, but it'll be 2 series, 1 for each army, obviously. And it will be along the lines of how to, start the army, building, painting your first miniatures and stuff. Also coming up with lore for your army as well, because I'm a big fan of the narrative. I've said countless times on the channel already. And how I'm going to be building, progressing those armies, and then maybe at some point get, like little battle reports in or something. But I can't promise that. But it'll just be a slow sort of progression side on the hobby sides of things coming from me. So you'll be able to see a lot more of my personal stuff. And I understand that some of you people might not want that and would rather the more competitive stuff, like I've already mentioned. But at the end of the day, I can't do the competitive stuff without talking out my arse. So if you'd rather that, then you might as well just eat the shit out of my toilet at the end of the day. But coming to the narrative and hobby side, that's what I'm doing. I haven't got as much time anymore. So instead of making no videos, I would like to try and do that and try and transfer over. And when I see the results in the poll here, it gives me more confidence to do that. But obviously you can let me know in the comments down below or give me ideas and all that sort of thing. But it will be that. It might also do things like how to make dioramas, like basing your miniatures, or just those hobby sort of things. Because I really feel like that's what I'll be best suited to try and help you guys with coming up with lore, narrative and stuff. Yeah, so that's basically it. I probably rambled on for long enough in this video. Obviously, I haven't actually written any notes or anything for this video. It's just off the top of my head of what I think. As like I said, I just want to be completely honest with you guys of where the channel was going forward. And as I am making that sort of content, I will be able to make it more regularly. Now, I'll be honest, the days of me making, like 3 videos a week and all that sort of thing, I don't think I'll be going back to that anytime soon. But certainly more than one a month, which is basically what it's been since the last video. So you know, a video a week, or hopefully maybe 2 videos a week, something would be quite nice to see. As always, guys, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments of this video. Like I said, very happy to hear and open to suggestions, but the channel will be taking a more narrative, but more sort of overall hobby side of things, building, painting, etc., stuff like that, but also following through like the new army, new army thing, with 2 different armies, so a bit of interest in there, and one of them I'm particularly excited about. So I'm excited to get to the new year with that, and then I'll still be keeping up the tactics videos of armies I play, but for all the armies I don't play, I won't be. And I know I can get people on the channel, and I can, for example, when I talk about an army, well, obviously an army that I don't play, and I get someone on to tell me their advice and stuff, and we all learn together. I can do that, but again, trying to set timings for that is hard. And then the other thing as well is my internet in my house, like the last month or 2, has just been shocking. So I was actually going to be doing a how to play Beastman, Beast of Chaos video in Age of Sigmar 3rd edition probably about 6 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, a month ago, something like that. But unfortunately, my internet was just terrible. When I was going to do it with a lovely guy called Ben, but the internet was terrible, it wasn't working, and it hasn't really got much better since. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to upload this video about 3 times to actually make sure it uploads properly. So I can't rely on that. And the problem is when some days the internet's fine, and I could, you know, just bank on that, going the internet will be okay that day. But the problem is like I asked someone to come and help me out on the channel, and then the internet goes bad, and then I end up wasting about an hour of the evening, you know, and the video is not even done. It's just because it's like, I'll give it another half an hour, it comes to the end of the evening, it's like, it's not going to work, and it's like, I've wasted that person's time, which I don't want to do at the end of the day. But, so guys, anyway, that's enough said in this video. If you enjoy this video, again, or you just want to make me smile, like the video, you haven't subscribed already, please do that, it would really, really help. And, yeah, so hopefully you guys will be happy, or just more after you guys just being sort of like accepted and just understand why I'm having to make these changes going forward, really. So don't worry, like the long in-depth series and stuff for armies I play will be going forward, and you know, at the end of the day, I'm starting obviously another Age of Sigmar army and stuff, so there'll be more things to explore. It's not all going to be just death. So with that, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. If you do want to support me, check out my Patreon. As always, the link to that is top of the description down below. And then you can click the join button. It's a subscribe button on YouTube, where it means that you can give anything from £1 a month towards the channel. And at the end of the day, that keeps me going. And don't get me wrong, as much as I'm saying that I'm not going to be doing the tactic videos and stuff, this still takes a hell of a lot of time. So any support and stuff you can give is amazing. The people, I apologize, haven't got your names on the screen, but they are absolutely amazing, the people who have supported me on here, on YouTube and Patreon for a very long time. They're absolutely amazing. And what I'd like to say as well is that over the last month, where I haven't made a video, well, I say the last month, it's more like 3 and a bit weeks, you guys have been amazing, because I think like none of you guys had stopped supporting me in that time, which is something I was worried about. So it was really nice to come back and see that you guys are all there. So thank you so much. Anyone who'd like to become one of those amazing people, click the join button, link to Patreon down below. Until next time, guys, remember to stay safe, hygiene, make sure you wear a mask, and for God's sake, wash your hands. And because, you know, the less chance you're going to do that, technically less chance I'll be able to do battle reports. So at the end of the day, that's not motivation, I don't know what is. And everything else, let me know your thoughts down below. Everything about this video, a bit of a random video, but I want to do the announcement of the giveaway. So congratulations, Aiden, and hear your thoughts and stuff about what I've said in this video about steps going forward with the channel. Obviously, I have more concrete exact what is going to happen, things like painting videos, hobby videos, all that sort of thing going forward, but that's the general idea. So with that, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and remember until next time that Nagash is all, and all is one in Nagash.